Habitat for Humanity's ReStore, a shop known for selling household items at affordable prices, is set to close. 7 News reporter Brendan Straub listens to the local chapter's executive director about this difficult decision.
You never know what you might find when you come in. Those donations, you get that one thing that you never thought, oh, that's a fantastic couch, or that's a great table. I'd love to have that in my house.
It's interactions like these that Mike Van Wormer says he'll miss the most. He's the executive director of the Thousand Islands Area Habitat for Humanity, which has run the ReStore on Water Street in Watertown since 2018. After recent conversations with his board of directors, they're pulling the plug.
We really looked at how the store was performing and what we need in order to stay in business versus what we're actually getting in foot traffic. It became apparent that the store just isn't paying for itself anymore.
Van Wormer says the store sells community donations and then resells them at cut-rate prices. All the money goes back to the local Habitat for Humanity's mission, which builds homes for low-income families in Jefferson and Lewis counties. But trying to rebound from the pandemic has caused most of the money to be used to just keep the lights on.
It's not an easy decision to make to do that, but it's one that we hope will allow us to kind of focus Habitat's mission moving forward into the future.
Van Wormer says as they prepare to close the store, they will be having an everything must go sale, trying to repurpose what's still left on the floor. And as for the space,
but certainly we'd love to fill the space and have somebody in here from the community that could utilize the space and make good use of it.
The store will close for good on June 10th. Brendan Straub, 7 News.